Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. The bondage of the elders and apostles of great MILLSTONE to teach you well. Peace and salutations to be told for elect. I'm Brother Tazawam. I'm coming at you from the province of Babylon, camp here in Tampa, Florida. Alright, this lesson is going to be going into this post here, which says, June 9th, the agreement between the United States and Saudi Arabia to sell Saudi oil in U.S. dollars exclusively ends. Saudi prince has already notified U.S. that this agreement will not be renewed and they will no longer accept U.S. dollars. So U.S. starting to feel what it's been forcing its subjects to feel this whole entire time, man. You know. You usually get the same notifications when you ain't pay a bill on time, or they ain't accepting payments no more, and they tell you, oh, well, we're cutting off this service with you. There ain't gonna be no renewal. You know, that's what America's feeling. America's going broke. America's feeling what it's feel to go broke for the first time, because their dollar has no more power to it. It's not backed by any more it's not backed by any more gold, and it hasn't been backed by gold for a while, so it's not backed by any power. It has no power to it. So now they're telling me, hey, we ain't accepting your dollars anymore. So then what does that mean for America? It means inflation, and even super inflation, man. You know, or it's like a hyperinflation. Let's grab the definition of hyperinflation. In economics, hyperinflation It says, in economics, hyperinflation is used to describe situations where the prices of all goods and services rise uncontrollably over a defined time period. In other words, hyperinflation is extremely rapid inflation. Generally, inflation is termed hyperinflation when the rate of inflation grows at more than 50% a month. All right, so Americans are about to start feeling the effects of hyperinflation very soon, man. It says hyperinflation, rapid, excessive, and out of control general price increases in an economy. I'm actually gonna make this I'm gonna make this a part of the wallpaper. But yeah, they go on to tell you that you got this BRICS currency coming out, and it's a currency that only these other nations are going to be following. You know, you got Russia, you got Iran, you know, all these nations, all these other nations that haven't included. They've ostracized America. You know, they don't want America to be to participate in the BRICS currency. You know, they don't want to utilize the U.S. dollar anymore. So that means that America is about to lose all of its power. You know, and its power was placed in the dollar. You know, so this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? You know, so these nations are gonna dispel all their U.S. money or their United States dollars, because America was the hammer of the whole earth, and by their currency they ruled. But now we're coming into new times where the BRICS currency is gonna outshine the American dollar by tenfold, man. And then there ain't no returning to the American dollar anymore. Okay, but these nations are actually cutting off ties with America. You see, America used to have it, but now it doesn't have it anymore. And these nations are communicating of how America has offended them. They've all been hit with similar offenses, and they're starting to stand up for themselves. You know, they're getting tired of it. You know. But it says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? So that America's already getting broken down piece by piece, you know, until eventually it just completely collapses. And there's no more room for it to stand. It's going to have to come down. Babylon is fallen. It's fallen. Matter of fact, let me grab that. I'm going to show you Babylon was the hammer of the whole earth. It was ruling over the earth. It was. But that's coming to an end quickly. Revelations 18:2. And he cried with a strong voice, saying, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen. It's fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Okay, so now Babylon is fallen. It's their currencies, you know, collapsing. Let me show you this one here. And the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Meaning, speaking to the elect, it says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So when his currency runs out, guess what? His rulership is over. You know, this devil's rulership is, you know, off. You know, it's off the records. It's off the books. Okay, imagine you being the greatest all this time, and then someone else rising up out of nowhere and casually becoming the greatest, or all these other people teaming up and becoming the greatest together, and now you becoming nothing. Guess what? You might lose your shit. Hey, man, what the fuck? What can I do? What do I do? What do I do? How do I keep the throne? How do I keep the rulership? How do I keep the ruling seat? You know, and that's just about what Esau's running through in his mind right now. That's what he's got going on in his mind right now is, shit, what do I do? What do I do? How do I keep the throne? How do I keep the throne? You know, he's panicking. Like it just said, it says, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So this devil's being thrown into a panic, and he don't really know how to get around it, man. Okay, all he knows is deception. It's deception. I can win. I can rule through my deception. But now guess what? This deception ain't working no more. Russia exposed them. The whole world knows it. You know, we were speaking at camp the other day about how Russia exposed America to these two young women, and they even knew. They already knew. So, oh yeah, we know the Lord is a dark-skinned man. You know, so America's deceptions are collapsing upon them, in front of them, and there's nothing they can do about it. So what they're about to do is, hey, even their what they call anti-Semitism, that's starting to lose weight. That's starting to lose power to it. It used to be a powerful thing, you know, a few years ago, but guess what? Now it's starting to lose its power because Russia just exposed it. You know, so it's like, okay, there's no point in anti-Semitism. They just told us, Russia just showed the world that those ain't the real Jews that's over there. So what have we been doing? You know, that thing that, you know, when Russia exposed that, showing the true image, the true what the true judges of the earth look like. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab it in Job 24, Job 9 and 24. This is the book of Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, which it means what? The devil is in rulership of the world. The wicked, the evil man is ruling the world right now. It says, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. He's covering the faces of the true judges of the earth, the prophets, the Lord, YAHAWASHI. Okay, it says, if not, where and who is he? So who covered the faces of the judges? You know, Russia said, what Putin say? He said, this changes how we worship and who we worship, you know, forever. This changes the whole concept of the world. And you may look at it like, okay, so what? He showed the world that the Lord was black, but you don't understand how much deception and how much power has been used behind them covering the faces of the judges of the earth, man. You know how much deception has gone on. They literally ruled by their deception. So that right there in itself can collapse the whole country of America, which is actually doing that. You know, so now nobody looking at America like, oh nah, those ain't the real Jews. You say these are real Jews, are God's people, but it's not. You know, so what is your whole motto? They've ruled off of deception. Even Putin told Tucker Carlson, he said your media has the power to make the world think otherwise. No matter what I say, does it? You know. So let's cut straight to the chase. Get straight to business here, man. But it says he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the fact that Putin disclosed that information, okay, it was a huge hit to America's rulership. It was a huge hit to their throne, their kingdom, okay, how they run things in life, you know. So these countries are totally against America now, and you see now that America, it can't stand. It's getting tag teamed and jumped, and eventually it's going to get the ultimate ass whooping, you know. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So these little nations are going to get armed up by Russia. Okay, and China. Russia and China is arming up these little nations, and now they're saying they're strong because what? They may be little, but now they got a big they pack a punch, man. You know, imagine fighting somebody that's little. Imagine being like a Mike Tyson, and then you fighting somebody like Mayweather. You know, there's no contest. But then Mayweather got this super powerful punch. You get hit with one of them, it's over. You know, you're bigger than him now. Yeah, you're bigger than him, but now he has a punch. He has a knockout punch. If you get hit by that knockout punch, it's over. You get hit by one punch, if one of those hits land, it's over. That makes him all the more dangerous. So now these little countries are all being armed up with that knockout punch to knock out America. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Okay, it says there, which thither means there. Okay, it says there cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord, YAHAWASHI. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, where World War III is going to take place. It says, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there, which in the Hebrew is YAHAWASHI, which means the Lord's judgment. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Okay, so it says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. So that tells you what? The time is here. The time is now. Esau is out of time. His rulership is out of time. Now it's time to pass judgment. You know, it's time to pass judgment on America, man, and on the heathen. Okay, matter of fact, it says here in Obadiah. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 15, it says, for the day of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. So you know that now these heathen came up. Matter of fact, I'll hold on that real quick. We're going to grab Psalms chapter 83. Give you a little background of why this is going to take place the way it's taking place. Why these nations are going to gather together and get judged together. It says in the book of Psalms, chapter 83, and verse 1, it says, a song of Psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O YAHAWASHI. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Lord, O YAHAWASHI. For though thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Who's the Lord's people? Israel, Jake. Who's getting devoured today? The so-called Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos. That's the Lord's people. You fucking with the Lord's people. It says, and consulted against thy hidden ones. You know, these are royal people. These are the true rulers of the earth. You know, the true royalty, the true judges. Okay, but they made the judges to look like they were Edomites. And then now the Edomites over there sitting in our land, you know, claiming to be the Jews. Not even enough knowledge. It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Okay, so they couldn't cut the name of Israel out of the earth, but they cut the people, because Israel is a people before it's a place. So they were speaking of those people. Okay, so that they put us no more in remembrance. Now when people think upon Jews or the Israelites or Israel, they think upon the people that's over there today, which is actually the synagogue of Satan. They ain't true Jews, man. They ain't the true people of the Lord. It says, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. So all of them, because they're being all gathered up in the valley of Jehoshaphat together, because they were all gathered up together to consult against the Lord's people and against the Lord. Okay, what does Esau call it? Conspire. Okay, Jake be catching charges for conspiracy for conspiring against the government. Well, they've gathered together all the other nations and conspired against the Lord. Now they got to pay. So now they're accused. The scriptures say they falsely accused us. They've been falsely accusing us of conspiring, false accusations. No, they're falsely accusing us of conspiring against them when they were conspiring against us the whole time originally, and still are to this day. You know, and now accuse us of doing it to them. That's such an Edomite thing to do. You know, it says, for they are consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. So they're together against Israel. They're together against Jacob. They're together against the Lord, YAHAWASHI. So the tabernacles of Edom, the Edomites, so-called white people, and the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, so-called Arab people, of Moab, the so-called Chinese people, and the Hagarenes, which I can't really remember who those are, what people those are. But it says Gamal, Gabal, and Ammon. Ammon is Japanese. And Amalek, which Amalek is the people that's sitting over there in our land today. It says the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Okay, going into these Hamites, man. You know, so these it says Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. So these nations gather together against Israel as a whole, you know, and they plotted against Israel. So now, in the time when and guess who was in rulership? Who was in leadership of all those meetings and sitting in the ruling seat and sitting in the leading seat? Who was the culprit? The main culprit was Esau, Edom. Okay. Matter of fact, I'll grab that here before we go back to Obadiah. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6. No, that's not it. Okay, here it is. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 17. It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Safe and effective. Reparations, stimulus checks, cheaper health insurance. Hey man, there's countries that don't even have to pay for health insurance. And even if you do go to these damn doctors, it's a serpent wrapped around a tree, wrapped around a branch, like back in the garden, you know. It says, that just goes to show you that you go to the doctor to get help, they're killing you. They're supposed to be healing you, but they're killing you. It says, it says, yet shall he undermine thee. He's pretending to help you, but he gonna undermine you, and he gonna kill you at the end. It says, he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. But guess what? It says, thou shalt find him there first. So when these nations came together and they were confederate against Israel, Jacob, You know, who did you find there first? Esau, Edom. He was the main culprit. We got to get these Israelites, man. We should all come together. We should all band together, because it was him from the beginning in Genesis who said, "The days of my father Isaac are at hand. Then must slay my brother Jacob." He been plotting that from the beginning, you know. And when he got the chance to, guess what? He this little covenant breaker turned his back on the people that he was confederate with against Israel. Now they looking like, damn, I thought we were all against Israel. Why does it seem like it's you against all of us? You against all of us and Israel. We being persecuted with Israel, with Jake, with the true Israelites, you know. You know, that's now Esau went back on his word. Now these nations are getting ready to gather against Esau. So you know that the end of Esau's kingdom is not only just the end of his rulership, but the end of all that were confederate with him against Israel. It says, "For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head." These heathen think they're gonna escape. Oh, but we took out America. We took out Esau, Edom for you, Lord. Nah, you forgot the whole reason America was even standing. You helped them stand. You helped them get on their feet. Guess what? Now you're gonna help them get off of their feet. Now you're gonna take them out of their seat. You're gonna collapse. You're gonna help to be their collapse. You know. It says, "For ye as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been, because of what you've done to Israel." You know. And that was back in Obadiah 1:16. So lucky. It says, "But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions." What's gonna be our possessions, you fucking heathen? Because you're made to serve us anyway, man. You know? And that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's gonna be. Things are gonna be returned to its natural order. So now you see this U.S. dollar's collapsing. There's a lot more behind just the U.S. dollar collapsing. The whole establishment of this world is about to collapse. You think these other nations, one of these other nations, is gonna rise up on top? No, think again. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, "Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing?" Okay, so why these heathens imagine a vain thing? They all think they're gonna be up next to rule the earth after Esau, Edom. No, you know. It says, "The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us." Because we had their ass in chains, man. We had their ass in captivity to us. We were ruling them, but now they band together. You know, they're in Psalms 83. It says they were confederate against they accomplished their plans because Israel went off. It says, "He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh; the Lord shall have them in derision." It says, oh, that's not the one. That's not the one. But there's another one that says, let me grab it. In the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 13, it says, "The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming." At that time coming, you know, for you heathen, especially for you Edomites. The book of Job, chapter 14, verse 5 tells you that. Let me grab it. This is the book of Job, chapter 14, verse 5. "Seeing his days are determined, so he has a fixed amount of days that he can rule." It says, "The number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." So at that certain time, his rulership can go no further. And what we're here to tell you, the prophets are on the scene telling you, is that we're in that time. Okay, and it's approaching rapidly. And guess what? Before his end comes, he's going to oppress you Israelites harder than ever before. We're going to come into a time called Jacob's trouble. And the fact that Saudi Arabia is saying that they're going to cut off all ties to the U.S. dollar starting on the 11th, that's news for who? For Israel. That's because that means that Jacob's trouble is coming all the sooner. He's going to try to force this MOTB upon the world so that he can gain some distance and some height in this world. He can gain an up one, I should say, you know, so that he can regain his throne by having the better currency, which ain't gonna happen because you already got China doing that over there. They seen Elon Musk do it. They say they got to beat Elon Musk. Now they got C-hips going out, and they already got the whole digital system set up in their cities. They got cameras on every building. They got the identity, face identity on all the cameras. Okay, they got they moving toward a digital credit digital credit system. You know, a social credit system. All those things they already accomplishing, man. Where you gotta scan your fingerprint and get a face scan just to pull tissue out of a public restroom. They got almost complete control over there in China, and that's what America's goal is, you know, but China's already beating them to it. So how much more is America going to come down with great wrath? You think these things are going to take years and years to happen, but you see all these other countries are already doing it. So America's already behind. So they're going to try to make accomplish everything in a matter of months, man. Not a matter of years, but a matter of months, okay, weeks and days. You want to get these things situated and taken care of because they're out of time, you know. And you see, they ain't got much time to keep doing that. They can't keep going back and forth with these other nations because they're losing already, you know. So they're gonna try to recover themselves quickly, but they won't be able to. You know how a boxer gets knocked down and he tries to get back off the floor as quick as possible, but he's having a hard time standing up and standing still. You can get up and you wobbling and shit. That's America. America gonna keep getting slapped across the head, you know, until it falls, and it's gonna try to get back up, and it's gonna be all wobbly. You ever see them try to get back up and they fall back down to their knees? That's America, man. You know. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So that's it, man. You know, that's all I really want to touch on. This devil's currency is collapsing. Then he's going to come out with the MOTB, or the mark of the beast, okay, which is the C-hip, RFID microchip. And he's going to place it, and he's going to try to place it in everybody. And that's their currency is going to be on there. It ain't going to be the U.S. dollar no more. Cash could be done away with. All the things the prophets are saying, you see it happening before you today. Okay, so I'll close out with this scripture here. In the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, QADASH, truly it blesses us and was edifying to you, occupying worthless in the truth and sincerity. So next to me, I do say Shalom.